Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. If you don't know by now, Kash Patel has been confirmed. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good stuff, folks. Couldn't have wished for anybody better for our FBI director. This guy knows where the bodies are buried. He's been a prosecutor. He's been a defense attorney. He's been on both sides of the stick. He's the one that actually discovered and exposed the whole Russia collusion hoax between Hillary Clinton and Perkins Coie, the law firm, the Christopher Steele. He figured it all out just because he's that good of a attorney and investigator, and he's helped Trump in Trump's first term take care of Soleimani and hunt down terrorists. Kash Patel is the guy to go after the actual criminals that are in our country today that have tried to destroy this country for the last 4 to 8 years at a minimum. If you want to include Obama's term, 16 years of criminals that need to put their head on a swivel because Kash Patel may be coming after them with an associated subpoena or maybe even some indictments, true bill, felony charges for some of these definitely people that took bribery, was involved in bribery, many felonies involving government fraud, uh, so many things that these people are going to be caught up in, basically taking the money in the end that they're not going to be able to get away from and conspiring to do malicious things to the president. This guy's going to actually investigate everybody, including our crooked ass, weaponized DOJ and FBI. I bet there's a lot of people today shitting their pants right now because Kash Patel was confirmed, and they know he's the new boss. Come tomorrow morning, he's going to start showing up, telling people what to do, how to do it, who's fired, who needs to get on board with the new program, and figure out who um, really needs to be dealt with in a whole different kind of way. And I'm just so ready. Ooh, I'm ready. I'm ready. It's confirmed as of today with the CPAC uh, video clip. Elon Musk said today he's talked to Trump. Trump's confirmed it. We seen it on a clip last night. Trump and Elon both are on board and already setting up for us to get a tax refund, I believe, in 2026, January through April tax season of 2026 for the fiscal year of 2025. 5 grand to every household or 5 grand to every taxpayer. And I believe it's 5 grand to every taxpayer is the way they're going to set it up. They both agreed it is a good idea and it will give incentive for people to get back to work. It will boost the economy and it will make people realize, the Democrats anyway, realize they voted for the wrong person. They got somebody willing to claw their money back and give it back to the person that hates them the most. Go figure. When Democrats receive a $5,000 check in the mail or $5,000 more on their income tax return via Trump and Doge and the team, the new America, the golden age, they're really going to have a hard time being mad about it. You know they are, because they're going to spend that money too. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen, and I hope it happens right before. I hope it happens so people are still warm and fuzzy about the 5 grand. They still got money in their pocket come 2026 election time. And we got a primary. These rhinos kick out a bunch of Democrats, move some Republicans in their districts, get rid of some of these clowns in the Senate and clowns in the House on from both parties. And we're going to do it, folks. And the momentum from the country is going to be overwhelming. And these $5,000 checks are going to help. Exposing this waste, fraud, and abuse that we found out in 3 weeks, a month, um, it's going to be astronomical by then. It will be not just how much, where it came from, who stole it, but who is going to be held accountable. And I am so ready. I can't say that enough. Let's go ahead and get into this, folks. All debts will be paid. Cash Patel will come in and cash out on these clowns that have tried to steal our country away from us. And the socialist agenda is fixing to pay the price, including those senators, I believe, that took the money, the representatives that took the money, those governors that took the money, those Stacey Abrams that took the money. These folks have all fixing to get cases against them. And this man right here is fixing to be him and Pam Bondi are fixing to make it happen. Now, there was a lot of people at CPAC. I encourage everybody to watch some of that CPAC footage. There was Pam Bondi there. There was Melee from Argentina. There was Bolsonaro there from Brazil. It was actually CPAC International. Elon Musk was there. He talked for 30 minutes or so. I got a few little clips of that. Great speech, every minute of it. I do encourage everybody to go look at some of that CPAC footage. They got everybody you can imagine there. Steve Bannon's there. Trump will probably be there tomorrow. It's a 2 or 3 day event. As usual, it's held in Washington, D.C. this year. Let me go ahead and read you something, though, if I got my glasses here. It says, this is FBI Director Kash Patel. He done changed his title. It says, I am honored to be confirmed as the 9th Director of the FBI. Thank you to Trump, Attorney General Bondi, for your unwavering confidence and support. The FBI has a storied legacy from G-men of safeguarding our nation in the wake of 9/11. The American people deserve an FBI that is transparent, accountable, and committed to justice. A politicization of our justice system has eroded public trust, but that ends today. My mission as director is clear. Let good cops be good cops and build trust in the FBI. Working alongside the dedicated men and women of the Bureau and our partners, we will rebuild an FBI and an American people can be proud of. Americans, to those who seek to harm Americans, consider this your warning. We will hunt you down in every corner of the planet. Mission first, America always. Let's get to work. I love it. I love it. In just a few hours, I can't get enough of it. I'm so happy. All right, folks. I'm going to go right on down the line. I got several things to tell you today. Mitch McConnell actually voted for Kash Patel. I think Susan Collins is one of the holdouts. It was 51 to 46 or 47. I was telling you about CPAC today. I do encourage everybody to check out some of that CPAC. And my very last video clip here on my string of clips I'm going to bring to y'all today is one of Barack Obama, hour and something long, live video in Maricopa County, Arizona. One of the county recorders over there has been saying for a long time that Barack Obama is from Kenya, not America. So he didn't actually have the right to run as president. And we've all heard this, that Barack Obama is not a citizen. Trump has tweeted about it for 10 years. It's out there. Well, this hour plus long video, my very last clip, is on my Devoted Patriots 2 top post on my X channel. Please come check it out if you want to figure out what the hell's going on with that story. I'll just play you a little crumb of it here at the end. We're not going to do an hour and a half at the end of the video, but it's definitely interesting to prove with schematic evidence that Barack Obama is not his name. His name is Barry Soto. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But we'll get into that a little bit closer to the end. All right, here we go, folks. This is, I think it's Fox News contributor talking to Elon.
Let's talk about these Doge dividend checks that everybody's talking about this week. And I know you tweeted out that you're gonna. Does everybody want like a $5,000 check in the mail? It sounds kind of good, right? And the best part about it would be knowing where it came from. That's $5,000 that you sent them last year.
Totally, it's money that's taken away from things that are destructive to the country, and from organizations that hate you to you. That's awesome.
Does it seem? I mean, have you talked?
I mean, that's like glorious. That's like
It's the best.
the spoils of battle. You know.
That's right.
I like that.
Spoils of
Is there
war.
traction on that?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I talked to the president, and he's supportive of that, and so it sounds like that's something we're going to do.
Yep.
So as we're finding savings, that's going to translate directly to reductions in tax. So
Yeah. I mean, I think they fired 6,000 people at the IRS today.
Yeah.
And I think Lutnick said last night that they're talking about shutting down the IRS.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We'll go to the next one. Come on, let's go on down. We got several clips here today. Now, this is something I wanted to talk about. While J.D. Vance was at CPAC, and he said a lot of things, but one of the things he said is part of the Trump's doctrine on foreign policy, countries like Germany, including Germany, and a lot of the EU countries, not a friend anymore if imprisoning your people for tweets is the way you do business. You're going to put people in jail behind mean tweets, we got a problem. We will treat you differently on the world stage. And I love to see that America is setting the standard on how the rest of the world needs to treat each other. And I am so glad to see it. I believe it's God's will at this point, folks. No doubt about it. All right, we got another clip coming for you here right directly. And let me pause it. Folks, we know this is not a real picture at this point, but it does make a great meme. It says, I destroyed the Soviet Union. That's Ronald Reagan. Trump says, I destroyed the Democrat Party, which is coming to pass, folks. It has just started. It is coming to pass, no doubt about it. I am so ready to watch the crumbling of the Kremlin. Folks, CPAC was a huge love fest between some of the greatest conservative voices across the planet. The populist movement is come alive. Trump has helped that more than any other person, no doubt about it. And it is starting to grow and surge. Socialism is on the downfall. It is getting kicked in the teeth every day. People are sick of the EU globalist types trying to tell them what to do, what kind of shots they got to take, how they got to live, how life has got to be dictated, what kind of bugs they got to eat for supper. We're sick of it. We want free speech. We want no censorship. We want the good stuff. And not just Americans, the entire planet. People with free thinking minds do not want to be controlled by their government, don't want to be broke down behind their government taxes, and the will of the people should be part of a government function to make their country better. And it's only here in America. Not too many places have that, and we lost it for a whole minute behind Joe Biden, and there's no doubt about that. But we got it back just in 3 short weeks. It is happening so fast. I cannot believe just how far we've come in a month, 30 days. Today is 30 days from the day that Trump was sworn in, and it's amazing just to see we're, we're respected again on the world stage. Didn't take a couple of weeks. I love it. We got some of the smartest minds, some of the most patriotic, driven, uh, just able people on the planet working to save our country and the world. Here we go, folks. Let's go ahead and get into a little bit of elation of Elon Musk. Somebody at the CPAC decided they wanted to give Elon Musk a couple of great paintings that they had made. Just thought it was a cool moment. Here we go. Check it out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And you notice Elon Musk has got a chainsaw in his hand. Uh, Melee give him the chainsaw as a gift as well. A lot of people appreciative of Elon Musk today. CPAC today was just definitely one of the most amazing CPACs I've watched. I only watched several hours of it, but it goes on for a couple, 2 or 3 days. I went to one in Dallas about 2 years ago, and it was amazing. I got to meet so many people, including Matt Gaetz, and just if you ever can afford or get a chance, it comes to your hometown to go to a CPAC event. Me personally, I do encourage it. Uh, just my opinion. Uh, One of the most entertaining events I've been to in a long time. That's all I can say about that. But at any rate, let's go ahead and get back into, like I said, this is Argentina's leader, Milei, Javier Milei.
Hi, my friend! Hi, how you doing?
Good, how's it going?
All right, let me turn the volume off. I don't want to get copyright strike. This is Milei giving Elon Musk a gift. Check it out. And this is a chainsaw, as he says, to cut out the bureaucracy. That's what's on the blade, I do believe. At this point. Watch it. You got a kid behind you. Nice. Very nice. All right. Let me turn the volume on, see if I can get away with it. All right. That's enough. You get the picture, though. Like I said, a big love fest. Now, Mitch McConnell today did agree to two wonderful things. He voted for Kash Patel, and he said he's not running again. Thank God. So, as of next year, he's out of there. We got to vote somebody in much better. Not somebody that's 160 years old that hates America, that's greedy, that's married to Chinese influence. I won't go there, but at any rate, Mitch McConnell will not seek re-election to the Senate next year. Thank God. You know, CPAC in DC was definitely a different place when you got the likes of Mark Zuckerberg teaching, giving tech support to Milei of Argentina. That's just the wildest picture ever. Who would have thunk it? As they say. Now, this here is a little bit off topic, but I wanted to bring y'all this today. This is so good. This is one of the great Stephen Millers. I do want to encourage everybody to watch some of the CPAC footage. I only brought you a few seconds of it, but just watching the 30 minutes of Elon's speech just breaks down a lot of things, including says, yeah, we're going to get our $5 grand. And yeah, we're going to fix this country. And yeah, we're going to prosecute people. And yeah, Kash Patel's going to do his job. And yeah, Pam Bondi is going to back him up. And Trump is going to put it in action from top down, bottom up, make it work, make it happen. And Trump train is on the roll. And Democrats better get over their salty tears because they're going to get dehydrated. It's just started. That's just the facts, folks.
It is true that many of the people in this room for 4 years failed to cover the fact that Joe Biden was mentally incompetent and was not running the country. It is also true that many people in this room who have used this talking point that Elon is not elected fail to understand how government works. So I'm glad for the opportunity for a brief civics lesson. A president is elected by the whole American people. He's the only official in the entire government that is elected by the entire nation, right? Judges are appointed, members of Congress are elected at the district or state level, just one man. And the Constitution, Article 2, has a clause known as the vesting clause, and it says the executive power shall be vested in a president, singular. The whole will of democracy is imbued into the elected president. That president then appoints staff to then impose that democratic will onto the government. The threat to democracy, indeed the existential threat to democracy, is the unelected bureaucracy of lifetime tenured civil servants who believe they answer to
Yes.
no one, who believe they can do whatever they want without consequence, who believe they can set their own agenda no matter what Americans vote for. So Americans vote for radical FBI reform, and FBI agents say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote for radical reform on our energy policies, but EPA bureaucrats say they don't want to change. Or Americans vote to end DEI, racist DEI policies, and lawyers at the Department of Justice say they don't want to change. What President Trump is doing is he is removing federal bureaucrats who are defying democracy by failing to implement his lawful orders, which are the will of the whole American
Get him out
people.
of there. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. That's what I'm talking about. If you're not going to mind, your ass got to go. That's the way it works at any job you've ever had in your life. The government ain't no different. That's just a fact. If I went to work tomorrow and told my boss, I ain't doing it, I ain't mopping that floor, I ain't hanging that picture frame. If I told him I ain't doing it, I would rather sit in my truck all day or not show up. If I told him that one too many times, you know what would happen? I wouldn't have an opportunity to make any money there anymore. Same shit's happening right now with the government, and I'm glad to see it. We got to root out the rot, and when they raise their ugly heads, screaming and crying and barking, I ain't gonna do it. You're the first to go. That makes it easy for us. So come on with it. I dare you, and that's the way I feel about every government agent, every person in the federal government that wants to defy Trump's executive orders and the Doji team and people like Stephen Miller's policies. Yes, ain't long for your job. You better get that through your head before you start barking too loud. And I hope you do, because I want you all to go. I'm just being real. All right, folks, let's get back into it. And get me started about them clowns. Now, this here is crazy town stuff, but I've heard so much about it for so long. Trump believes it. I believe his brother said it as well. I'm talking about Barack Obama's brother, or should I say Barry Soetoro, or whatever his name is. I believe his father is a South African gangster, the way I understand it, and a billionaire, and is one of the reasons that Africa is in such bad shape. And Obama was one of his adopted sons. And if that's the case, then Obama's birth certificate is not real, and this birth certificate scam has gone on long enough. And people of Maricopa County have decided to point out the forgeries. We'll play you a crumb of it, but this is one of those. This is a video that I have on my X channel. Like I was telling you, come over to Devoted Patriots or Devoted Patriots 2 on X. You'll find me over there, same logo and everything. And if you want to, this whole 106-minute or hour and 6 minute long video breaking down all the different key components, the overlays, the exact same slant, the timelines, the duplication possibility that two would be so close to identical. So many weird things. They prove it. I listened to enough of this today that they prove that Obama's birth certificate was fraudulent. He never deserved to be president. And there's people all over Twitter just blowing up today saying Obama needs his Supreme Court justices that he put in out of the 9 Supreme Court justices, his 2 that he put in ought to be illegitimate because everything he done was null and void. If we prove in a court of law with somebody like Kash Patel that Obama didn't have the legal right to be president, George Soros helped him get in the presidency, which we found out that was a bad idea right from the get go, starting with Obamacare. But as we look back now and look at 20 years of politics, Soros, Obama, and Biden have done their best to destroy this country. Uh, and he's not even from here. So we let basically a terrorist, socialist minded individual from another country that's not even a citizen come here and put us in this position that we need somebody like Trump to bring us back from almost the ashes. And that's what's real, folks. That's what's really happened. And I'm just glad to see it that we're on the right track now. We're going to expose every bad thing. We're going to prosecute every criminal We're going to claw back that money. We're going to get rid of stupidity. We're going to kill the cancel culture with taxation or lack of funding. And we're going to be all right. Next couple of years, people will be looking back and go, remember when times were crazy? When we were all dealing with these wackadoodle Democrats actually running our country and gun? Y'all remember that? We'll get there, folks. I promise you. Good things are happening. We're headed in the right direction.
Barack Obama. The birth certificate on the right belongs to Johanna Ani. After 5 years of intense investigation, which included consultation with one of America's most respected forensic document examiners and a team of European media forensic experts, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has reached a conclusion utilizing forensic techniques both old and new. It is the opinion of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office that the birth certificate on your right belonging to Johanna Ani was in fact used as a source document in the digital creation of Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate.
Damn.
9 points of forgery in which words, letters, and hand-placed date stamps have been digitally copied from the Ani long-form birth certificate and pasted onto Obama's long-form birth certificate. We'll look at the first 5 points of forgery together, since they were brought over from the Ani document in one group.
We're not going to do that. It's a solid hour plus of every different detail that says this part ain't right, and this part ain't right, and this part is identical to this part on the dead person's birth certificate. It's dirty, folks. He is not an American citizen, and they probably had to find somebody from another country to come in here uh, to subvert our whole election process with George Soros money during the 90s and early 2000s, and we've been in hell in a handbasket ever since. But thank God for Trump. Not once, but twice. Second round is going to be bigger, better, faster, more, with more um, opportunity for our country to grow with this one main frame of mind: America first. America first with everything, with every policy decision from this point forward. And that's enough. You'll win hearts and minds in elections from this point forward if we just America first. That's what I got for you today, folks. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Hopefully the video wasn't too long for you guys. Just want to say thank you for listening more than anything else. Like I said, you're welcome to plunge into the CPAC thing. There is tons of people that I forgot to mention that were there, including J.D. Vance. But this Obama thing, it's a doozy as well. You're welcome to go check it out. It's on my X channel, Devoted Patriots 2.